If you look around this church, especially on the utility tables in the back or at Mission Central or in the sacristy, you're going to find still many bottles of antibacterial hand sanitizer hanging around. And Father and I, we still use it frequently on our hands, especially when we're greeting or shaking hands with people, everyone right after Mass. You're going to see, we even bring a bottle forward, put it on the altar just before communion. In fact, there are some people, I know who you are, who make fun of Father and I for our concern with germs. But with the cold season still hanging on, I'm doing whatever I can to avoid getting another one. So my question is, why can't we clean up the rest of our lives so easily? Why can't we package our concerns the way they package fruit in those little plastic boxes that you see at the supermarket, and then toss our worries into the trash? Why can't sickness be like that, instead of it being so messy and prolonged? Maybe the messiness of our lives isn't quite that bad right now. Maybe we just have the usual daily stuff, like stress or rush or incompleted tasks, overly busy schedules, shortened tempers. Maybe we have a less than perfect relationship with a child or spouse. Maybe we wish we could break habits that we have struggled with for a long time. Don't you wish that there was some kind of antibacterial liquid that we could spread over our lives and then have the whole mess sanitized? Do you know what else was really messy? Jesus' death. That was really messy. There's blood, wounds, sweat, lash marks, crushed and pierced hands and feet. You know, that story got caught up with us last week during Holy Week. And at times, I don't know about you, but at times it was difficult for me to listen to some of it. But even so, aren't we comforted when we realize that our God enters into our human life so completely? From the messiness of our birth to the messiness of our death and everything in between. Our God is no stranger to pain or anxiety, or failure or loneliness. Our God knew all about the betrayal of friends and the shattering of his dreams. He bore visible and invisible wounds just for us. And now that Jesus is resurrected, I don't want him to forget the pain. I don't want an antibacterial, clean, sterilized, all spruced up Jesus. The way some paintings depict him after his resurrection, they make him look like some heavily cosmic surgeon worked on him and got rid of those unsightly wounds and scars. I do not want Christ far removed from my world's experience. There is so much pain that we can't do anything about. And so it is comforting to know that God is no stranger to our pain, and that his wounds are a constant reminder and a bond between us and our risen Lord. The wounds that Jesus showed his disciples remind us that he remembers what we humans go through, and that he is here with us when we have to carry our own crosses. Thomas was invited to touch his wounds, but with us, Jesus does just the reverse. He reaches out and touches our wounds He heals them. He gives meaning to our pain. It's one thing to have hurt and suffered pain. We all go through that. But it's another thing to have someone who has lived and listened to our story and joins us now and assures us that no pain needs to be wasted. No pain is meaningless. Pain, alienation, and life's bumps can raise a lot of doubts in our minds. Doubts about ourselves, doubts about God. And I am so glad that Thomas was there for us. I always think that Thomas gets this really bad reputation. But actually, he voices what we are often hesitant to say. Where is Christ in all this mess? The risen Christ breathes his Spirit on the disciples all the way down to their scars and wounds. He made them new. He made them clean. He made them free. He does the very same exact thing for us as we approach this Eucharistic table. Today, we invite the wounded Jesus to touch our wounds, the open and visible ones, as well as those that we keep covered up and hidden from even those who know us well.